What's up, Jefferson Multimedia? I've said for years that our biggest problems at school aren't academic, they're social and emotional. Now, what does that mean? That means we need to emotionally regulate, and I'll show you how. Learning the things we have to learn in school usually isn't that hard. Most of our problems arise in dealing with other people and managing our own behavior. Middle schoolers struggle to control their emotions, and that's a normal part of growing up. But sometimes we hide behind behavior problems of our own, then we blame them on other people. Let's talk about a few of them. The first one is projection. That's when you do something, then blame it on someone else, like two people pushing each other in the hallway. They're both doing it, everyone sees it, but one of them turns to me and says, "He's pushing me." Well, you're doing it too, dude. You both need to cut it out. Stop tattling, then stop doing the thing you know that you shouldn't. Projection also happens when a student breaks a rule over and over again, then blows up at me when I ask them to stop. They say the teacher is so mean when they know what to do, they just choose not to do it. Then they get busted for it. Instead of dealing with their own problems, they say the teacher is the issue. Whack, bro. Another side of this problem is called weaponized incompetence. That's when someone pretends they can't do something that they can do. They usually don't want to do it, so they play dumb. And they say, "It's too hard," or they say, "I forget how," or some other excuse. Another behavior problem is gaslighting. That's when you do something, then say, "I didn't do that thing that you just watched me do." In short, gaslighting is when you lie to someone's face so you can get away with doing something. So when I say I don't argue with gaslighters, what does that mean? If you tell me you don't know how to do a project, after we've quizzed over it repeatedly, you'll rewatch my teaching videos instead of asking a friend how to do it. I may move you out of your group and have you work on your own. Everyone in this room is taught how to do media production, but many of us refuse to even look at the screen during the lesson, then ask our friend how to do the work. Nope, rejected. You have to learn it yourself by doing it. I don't argue when you say you can't follow the rules that we've reviewed since week 1. I don't argue if I ask you to do the same thing day after day, but you refuse. I don't argue if you say you can't remember how to do something after you scored a 100 on the quiz where you explain how to do it. Once you've memorized the answers, you need to do the things you've been taught. And finally, I don't argue if you say that the problem is my meanness instead of your own behaviors, because I'm not mean. I want to have fun, and my lessons show that. So when misbehaviors happen frequently, I give a pink slip. What does a pink slip mean? It doesn't mean you're in trouble. It doesn't mean you're going to the office. It means, psst, stop that. If you get a pink slip from me and you stop doing the thing, I will forget it and move on. Seriously, I'll even tell you what to write on the pink slip. If you're talking, check be respectful. Because of that whole disruptive action thing, then write, "I will be quiet during the lesson," on the back. Return it to my desk when you're done writing. Sometimes I might ask you to write, "I will not argue with the teacher," instead. If you're playing on your computer instead of doing your work, check be responsible because of that whole off-task thing and write, "I will do my media project." Return it to my desk when you're done filling it out. If you don't bring your laptop or your power supply, please check be prepared because of that whole uncharged computer thing and write, "My computer will be ready for media class." Return the pink slip to my desk when you're done filling it out. And remember, if you lose your power supply, have your parents buy a new one from Amazon. It's cheaper and easier than getting one from the office, and it's not your friend's job to loan you their power supply because you lost yours. Be prepared, right? Right. Most of the behavior issues I deal with are things we know not to do, but we do them anyway. The students who say that I'm picking on them, nope. They do the same things over and over again. They show me who they are every day, but then they get mad when I notice it. Nearly all of the arguments I have in the classroom go back to these three things: students doing what they shouldn't, then projecting that behavior onto someone else, or denying the thing we just watched them do, then gaslighting me about it, or saying they can't do the thing that they would rather avoid. If this happens, I'll point the behaviors out, then I'll end the conversation. Because why? I don't argue with gaslighters. So follow these rules. Most of us do, but if we don't, I'll go emotionally blank and be kind of cold and unfeeling. Now that scares some people because it's a big change from my weird sense of humor, but that's how I regulate my own emotions when someone wants to argue with me. I turn my feelings off so I don't get upset, because nearly every argument I've ever had with a student comes down to them doing what they shouldn't or them refusing to do what they should. So let's emotionally regulate. It's easier, it's more rewarding, and you're happier because you're engaging with the class instead of avoiding it, then telling me how bored you are. With many of our projects, do you know what the assignment is? Do something cool with your phone. Really, that's what the class is about. If you don't have a phone, we have cameras. Sign one out. Take it home. Make a movie. Put it on our YouTube channel. We've got more than 900 subscribers and nearly 275,000 views for a tiny little middle school program. We can do great things in this room, so let's do them, K? That's all I have for today. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.